Good evening, friends, and welcome to Plan with Fox, the anger channel, where planning sometimes happens, but anger is always there. Okay. First things first, this is my first week in my new shiny planner. So this is it's a little bit of everything. It is mostly the Goosby Twins planner that I just bought. This is their cover. It's fucking cute. I did replace my first front page with their front page. Let me take you through a little bit of this. I did try to film a video earlier when I was doing the frankenplanning that created this, but the coil for this is the old Erin Condren coil because I wanted to use the black coil. It's a little bit wider and I needed the wider one. So this coil, these holes and this coil don't exactly perfectly go together. They go together well enough that it works, but it was very, very difficult to get them to, until I got to like here and I got everything aligned. Because here's what it is, okay? So here's the pages of the Goosby Twins have smaller holes than the pages of the holes of the Erin Condren pages. The holes are smaller on this than they are on this. So they don't line up exactly. So you can see, I don't know if you can see from this way, but the Erin Condren are a little bit shorter, like maybe 1/4 of an inch shorter than the Goosby Twins pages. So it worked in the end, but it took me like 2 full hours to do. So anyway, let's walk through what the new planner is. All right, so we got a beautiful cover. This planner belongs to, I have to write my name in there. Goosby Twins. This is like their company statement about why they made the planner and what their thoughts were on that. The only thing is I got an extra holidays page. It's a duplicate because I was freaked out because, so here's your 2020 and your 2021. This is a 2020 calendar year planner. I was like, wait a minute, why do I have Holly 2021? It's because for some reason this got in there twice, so I just have to rip one of these out actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. So don't get freaked out. Oh Jesus, that was dramatic. Here we go. Now it matches. Holidays. There we go. So we have the holidays in here. Bonus, it does have Juneteenth. It does not have Columbus Day. Nicely done, ladies. Okay. And then there's one notes page. So then here's what happens. So then now I have my first half of the year from my Erin Condren vertical. And I ended up going, this one I actually had some things in here, so I left those in. But what I ended up doing on these other pages, since I don't normally use this spread, I really didn't use it all. I did end up using this. This is like my stories by the month, which I'm just gonna actually move into the back. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with this. But this is the only month that I actually used it on. But I didn't like use this at all any other month. So what I ended up doing was just combining those pages so that the last weekly spread of the month then became the tab for the next month. And like I didn't really fill anything out on this one. I think March I did decluttering stuff on here, but same kind of thing. I just glued these pages together, so it made it a little better. So there's that. Here's April, and then same thing with May. I really didn't use the calendar pages in here at all. I never really do. Like it's very rare. And then the last one would be June, and this was the last stuff that I did. Here was last week's spread in here. I didn't mark these off, but I did get those caught up. I didn't do anything on my wellness log. I have to still do that. But this was last week's. This was that kit from, where did I get this one? Chic Blossom Prints. I ordered 2 kits, and this is that one from them. So that was last week. Now, here's the final page from the Erin Condren. We move on to July. And so the Goosby Twins planner has quotes on at the first page of every month. Different quotes here. It is very, very neutral. It is all black and white. Here is the month calendar spread here. Again, probably won't use it because, but I like it that the tab is on the month. And here is the week. So, a couple things about this. So the main difference here is that the sidebar is on the right instead of on the left, which is traditionally like the Erin Condren style planners, it's on the left. So the sidebar is on the right. It is not lined. If you can see, like one of these were lined, which is nice. But what I really like the best is not those weeks. It's, let me find a week, like this, where I put stickers in here to make this color pop. So to me, this is fine. I just have to make sure that I'm finding stickers that will go over there. And it just has the month name down here. It does not have the little calendar, which I never use that anyway, so like that's fine with me. We have some like little quotey quote things here that I may choose to cover up, I don't know. I love the script here. I'm not a huge fan of the font of the numbers. Just don't really love it. But that being said, otherwise I think it's adorable. What else is cool about this is so you have your week. And then at the end, there is this budgeting page, which I don't know how to budget, so it's useless to me, but I know a lot of people love to budget. It would be useful to you. If we would ever have a Wild 30 budgeting class again, maybe I would learn about it. But it has a grocery list. And when I frankenplanned and put these all together, I ended up taking, since I wasn't using the first 6 months of the planner, since that's already passed, I took the grocery list, and so I made 2 grocery lists since I'm going every other week for groceries. So it's like perfect, and I'll have that in there. And then there are notes pages at the end. So what I'm gonna do is use these notes pages for what I was showing at the beginning of this January, when I start planning my other months for my Stories by the Month kit for Allie Edwards. I will use these notes, and then like for like say for February, did I cover? Yeah, so February I did cover up the, yeah, there's no notes page on the February. So what I would do is then at the very back of this, there's note pages here. There's like a bunch of note pages actually. Look at that. There's a lot of note pages. So it's like really, there's a lot more space in this planner, it feels like, because it's free form. It's not like with the Erin Condren planner, like that page, I used it this one time. I tried it like at the start of the year because I wanted to try to fill out, but even that, I didn't fill out birthdays here. Like Facebook keeps track of my birthdays. Like I don't really keep track of them in my planner. I didn't do anything with this. Like I did have my monthly goals, but like I didn't really use these. And I know some people are good at using them, but I'd rather just have the note pages in the back that if I don't use them, they're not messing up the, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but anyway, so that was the introduction to my new planner. They are sold out for 2020. I mean, it's halfway through, so you have to be like ready to change your mind on your planner mid-year, but I really, let's see when I start writing in here what the pen looks like on here. But I really am happy with it, and it was $20. Like it was literally $20. Now there's no personalization. The covers are not interchangeable. They had 2 cover designs, and this was the only one that was left. The other one was more like what my original one was, just like a plain black with white lettering, 2020 or silver lettering. But I love this. I think this is fucking gorgeous. It's just not interchangeable. That's fine though. But you know what? Like for $20 to lose some customization versus $60 to have that customization, like that's a game changer. You know, that you can buy a really solid planner for a good price. So, and I don't, you know, it's gonna take a minute to get used to how I want to use this, you know, and that's anything. So that being said, I am using a kit this week from Minted Papery. They're actually local. They are in Elwood City, which is like 45 minutes north of where I live. So this is the kit that I'm going to be using. I don't know if it has fat washi tape. It does! Let's start there. Okay. So this is going to be new and exciting to see how this fits into this new planner. The pages are a little bit taller, like I said, and so it'll be interesting to see how these traditional, I think they're the same width, but I think the height might be a little bit different. So do you want to talk about why I'm angry? Should I talk about my emotions? Should I talk about why I'm angry? So Allegheny County, the county where Pittsburgh is, has been doing really, really well Debating, do I want to put it there or do I want to put it down at the bottom? I think I might put it at the bottom. I can always change this up when I do. Oh, maybe I can't pull these stickers off. Let's see. Cool. So Allegheny County has been doing really, really well with COVID cases. So our governor, basically it came to Philly first. So Philly is on the east side of Pennsylvania. We are southwestern Pennsylvania. They are southeastern. When it started to spread in Philly, we only had 2 cases in Allegheny County, and our governor shut our county down. We went into the original red phase, completely shut down. So we were able to keep our cases very, very low. We got up to, I think our highest day was like 75 or something like that. But like 75 cases for a county of our size, let's put this on straight, was like not bad, and we got through it. Like we got through it pretty well. So everything had been going well. June 5th was the first day that our county went to the green phase. So we did a yellow phase where some things were open, but not everything. And then we did, I don't have skinny washi is what I don't have. I had the fat washi, but not skinny washi. And I definitely, since this is a larger area, I'm definitely gonna need a washi tape. So let me just see real fast before I start talking about this. Here's this. How thick is this? Okay, so I got, what's my theme here? Stars, moon, stars. Not perfect, but I'm gonna use this. I love this washi tape. This is from Oh Hello. The first Oh Hello surprise box, monthly subscription box that I ever got. It was space themed, and this was in it. So anyway, so when we went to the green phase, that meant that bars, restaurants, salons, and gyms could open. However, there were regulations in place. So like you could open your restaurant, but you had to be at like, I don't even know what the exact specifics are, 50% capacity. You had to have spacing. People weren't allowed to stand at the bar. You weren't allowed to have a bar that has live music or dancing, you know, just different regulations to keep it safer. And one of the regulations is that the staff has to be wearing masks. So flash forward, you know, we have gone to precisely one bar in Pittsburgh since this opened, and that's the Cage, where we love to go. And part of why we felt comfortable going there is because we're friends with the staff. We knew all the precautions that they were taking and how like clean and safe it was inside. Well, this week cases have remained low, and actually last week we had a day where there were 0 new cases, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. This means that things are working. Well, this week all of a sudden we spiked, and I mean spiked bad. Thursday we had 61 cases, which was the second most we've ever had. Oh, it just dawned on me. Oh, jeez. These are these boxes are slightly bigger than the traditional size. That's fine. I just have to move them over. So that was bad. Then Saturday, we had 90 cases. Today we had 96 cases. We never, in the entire history of COVID-19, had 90 cases, and we had it 2 days in a row. So today they announced in the afternoon that the majority of cases, well, they had announced this Friday, that the majority of cases were from people traveling out of state to areas like Myrtle Beach. So I have 4 days on this page and 3 on the other. Okay, that's different too. I'm gonna use that. Okay, people traveling to Myrtle Beach, Texas, Nashville, and like 4 different areas in Florida. And people going to bars, and I'm like, we went to the Cage, and the Cage was like super safe, and they were like making everybody wear masks and bus your own tables and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. Well, we found out that just because that one place was doing it does not mean that anybody else was doing it. So they shut down. They announced today that they were shutting down all alcohol on the premises. Now you can get alcohol to go, you can get a cocktail to go, you can get wine and beer to go. But even if you are going to a restaurant, restaurants and bars can stay open, but they can have no alcohol consumption on the premises. Which, you know, if that's what's happening, so then we started seeing pictures of bars. Crowded ass bars that looked like a regular Friday night before there was COVID. And I'm like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen, you idiot? And I've seen videos on people's Instagram stories of people who have gone to the South and they're out like there's nothing going on. And I'm like, what do you expect will happen when you do this stuff? And it just really, really made me angry. I think I'm going to cover up the quote here. I think. So, yeah, these are a little bit larger than the, that's fine. I don't care. I will make it work. So you can dine in at restaurants still. You cannot dine in at bars unless you're getting just food. But you can get your alcohol to go, but you cannot consume the alcohol in the premises, on the premises. And so that sucks, but it's like, you know what? If that's where it's spreading, and then most of the cases are like younger people, if that's where it's spreading and that's how it's going around, then that's what you have to do until we figure out, does this make a difference? And if it doesn't make a difference, then we reassess. And like, this is what happens. You have to go with what the stats are saying. Well, so now some people are saying, why aren't we talking about the protests? Well, you know why we're not talking about the protests? Motherfuckers. We're not talking about the protests because COVID is not spreading like wildfire at the protest, okay? In Pittsburgh, our first protest was May 30th. That is 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks and 1 day. If we were going to have a spike, and that was the largest one that we had, that was the big downtown one, the very first one in the aftermath of George Floyd's death. And if we were going to get a spike in cases from the protests, that shit would have hit by June 13th at the latest. We would have been starting to see it the first week of June. Okay, we had protests every day. I think we've had protests every day since May 30th of varying sizes. Like some of them are just like 100 people or a couple hundred people. Like, but if we were gonna see spikes from the protests, we would have seen them already. Okay. Here's another fact to throw at you. I'm covering up Independence Day because fuck Independence Day. Over it. Another fun fact is that New York City has been having protests. They've been having larger protests than we've been having because they're a larger fucking city. And you know what? Their cases are still on the decline. So if it was the protests that was causing the spike, there would be a spike in New York City as well. And there's not. It's not the fucking protest. Does that mean that nobody has gotten it from a protest? I'm sure somebody has. Somebody can get it anywhere. But the majority of cases they're saying, they're tracing, are coming from people who, the common denominator is they were going to these crowded bars that were not adhering by the regulations, or the people inside were not adhering by the regulations, or they were traveling out of state to hot spots where people were not following the regulations. That's what this is. People were not wearing their fucking masks and they were going to places where it's crowded. I had to stop to drink water because I was getting angry. So, my anger comes from these people who just want a reason to complain about the protests because they don't like people speaking up in support of Black lives. And that's exactly what it is. It's more racist bullshit, and they're trying to disguise it under a different name. And I am not here for that. Fuck, I'm done. Okay, anyway. So okay, let's look at the spread and see how it looks. It's pretty. It's pretty. The sticker can come out in the corners a little bit here. So, I normally write down my to-do list for the week before I film, and I didn't do that tonight because I was so angry reading people's uninformed, stupid-ass comments. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just fly by the seat of my pants. And that's what I'm gonna do. So let's put our work in here. I think now that they're getting a bunch of people buying these planners, I wonder if they will like make modifications to the size of the box for the next set of planners. Because the sad thing is, like, this is why we got pissed at Erin Condren, because you know what? She's why we can't have nice things. We've all used Erin Condren so much that, like, she's like the, you know, the standard, the gold standard for the planner community. Everything is sized to fit in an Erin Condren or a Happy Planner. And now she fucked up and we can't use it anymore. She ruined all the nice things that we had by showing us who she was underneath. See? The anger channel, where we're angry. Tomorrow. So I work these 3 days. Thursday, we have something exciting happening. I don't know what else I'm going to fill in here. I guess I'll fill in food. I have this, look, yeah, I got food stickers out, but I don't know what we're having. I don't know why we were supposed to go to the Cage tomorrow night for dinner. Can't do that. Maybe we can get takeout. I don't know if they're open for takeout or not. I'm going to have to reach out to Tina and see if they're going to be offering takeout or not. I don't know if they do enough business to really make takeout a thing there. So I'm going to leave that blank. Actually, I'm going to leave all 3 of these blank because I don't know what the hell we're going to be eating any of those days. But it's in there. And then we have, this is the exciting thing, okay, Thursday. Well, Thursday I have to do groceries. Let me put groceries in there first. I'm sticking with my every other week grocery shopping. I'm just sticking with it. This is what I feel comfortable with, and it's hitting home even more. But that's what's comfortable. It's weird to have Thursday on this page. So I have been wanting and wanting and wanting for years to get our carpets replaced, and we finally have the appointment. So yeah, they're gonna come in and look at our carpets. They're gonna give us a free estimate on how much it's gonna cost. I really hope that this works out because this company is very reputable. They are pro Pitbull and they supposedly do really, really good work. So I'm hoping that they are, and I also just like don't want to go with anybody else. Like I don't want to take the time to do any other, you know, it sucks. And then I am going to stick down. I'm not going to fill out very much today because, like I said, I'm just kind of all over the place. And I'm going to stick one of these in down on the bottom here because I know I'm going to have stuff to do that day, including cleaning the house. We were supposed to start, here's another reason I'm pissed. We were supposed to start volunteering. This was supposed to be my first day back with the dogs, and that has been canceled because we can't have nice things because people are assholes. That's why. That's why. I'm not going to fill a lot out. I'm really not because I can't think right now because my anger is so flowing. It's flowing through me. Put this week here. This is going to be a big week for cleaning, and that's another thing that reason that I'm not going to put stuff down yet. Husband is off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with me. So we have decided we are going to use this time to really clean out the basement, which has been something that's been needing to be done for a long time. And we have on Monday, the 6th, we have somebody coming from like one of those, it's called Junk King is the one that we use, but it's like a company that brings a dumpster. And so they're gonna be coming. So we have to get everything done. So I'm like, whatever we can find to throw out. So we ended up getting new desk chairs, which is really nice. They were on super sale. If you need a new desk chair, they're having a sale through Saturday at Office Max, and that's what we got. And so they were like $110 off. So I bought 2 chairs so we can get our old chairs, and both of our chairs. His is completely broken, and mine, all of the like fake leather finish has come off. So yeah, we really needed them and got them today. So yeah, I'm like super excited about this, but I don't really know. I can't even begin to gauge how long it's gonna take, and I don't want to like put stuff in here and then we're gonna be like, oh, whatever, you know. And I don't really know what this weekend is gonna bring because I don't know what's gonna happen in our county, and it's like, it's scary. So I am gonna just put in these. I haven't meal planned because the meal planning will happen on Wednesday night, so I can actually put a sticker in for that. So I'm basically just setting up like the basics of this here. I am sure Sunday, I always have a bunch of things to do on a Sunday. I'm always running around trying to get that done. So I'll put this in here. Put the little food thing in here, which I'll fill out once we do it. I guess I could fill in, I normally do fill in if it's a walk or a run, but I'm just gonna leave that out right now. So Wednesday night we have the meal plan, I'll put that in there. Whoa, that's not centered. The only thing is I have to get used to like how far in to set it so that it's. I'm sure there's more that I have to do. I have to edit my vlog here. No, edit my plan with me here. And then Wednesday is the 1st, so I will have like things to, like I do a routine with my photos on the 1st, so I have to do my power sheets. Hopefully I can do that on Tuesday. Put that in here. No, I keep forgetting. Center it. Center it. I think that's everything. We'll use the little weekend sticker over here. It is kind of neat when you think of like people who have traditional jobs and you get that like coveted 3-day weekend. It is neat to have your 3-day weekend, like your whole weekend on this page. I kind of like that actually, the way that that's set up. So, all right. I know there's more to add on here that I haven't added, but I have to also pay a bill. And I think that is about everything. And then Layla will get her DAP on Friday this week because I gave it to her a couple days late because I wanted it to coincide better with our trip. All right, so let's see what the new planner strip looks like. It's so much still to fill out. There really is. I know that, but I like how it looks. I think it's really, really cute. I need to figure out something to put here because this is disturbing me that there's this open space here. I need to put something. I don't know what, but I am really happy with it. I'm really happy that I made this decision to get this new planner. And even though it was scary to frankenplan, and it looks like this is a little bit not perfectly even, but I like how it turned out. I'm happy with it. And I kept all the hard work that I did. I didn't get rid of this stuff that I had worked on, but now I can move on a little bit better peace of mind. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week. If you are angry like me, feel free to take it out in the comments section, educating people on why they're wrong. I mean, if you have the emotional strength for it, it's hard to come by. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good one. Take care, hang in there, please wash your hands, please. Please, please, please wear your mask. Please, please, please wear your mask. Please do not go to crowded ass places where people aren't wearing masks and then not wear masks, okay? Click that subscribe button so you can keep coming back and hearing about my anger problems. And I will see you all next week. Happy planning. Bye.